Good morning. Welcome to Gospel Bytes, where we take a bite at the gospel for the day. Today is Friday, January 10th. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Glory to you, O Lord. This is taken from Luke chapter 5, verses 12 to 16. On one occasion, in a certain town, a man full of leprosy came to Jesus. Seeing Jesus, he bowed down to the ground and said to him, "Lord, if you will to do so, you can cure me." Jesus stretched out his hand to touch him and said, "I do will it. Be cured." Immediately the leprosy left him. Jesus then instructed the man, "Tell no one, but go and show yourself to the priest. Offer for your healing what Moses prescribed. That should be a proof for them." His reputation spread more and more, and great crowds gathered to hear him and to be cured of their maladies. He often retired to deserted places and prayed. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise you, Lord Jesus Christ. So today Jesus heals a man. It says full of leprosy. In the spiritual sense, leprosy is comparable to sin, because just like leprosy, sin eats up the soul. We become numb to the works of the disease, and it eats up just as leprosy eats the body, sin eats up the soul. That even if you put your hand over a fire, you won't feel it, because in the spiritual sense, you've become so used to sin that you don't feel sin anymore. And it causes death. It leads to death, just as sin does, the spiritual death. Now, so we know it's impossible to heal leprosy during that time. There was no medicine to cure disease, that kind of disease. The same way, there is no way to cure sin. No human is able to take away sin. The Jews believed only God can take away sin. Only God can forgive sins. That is why today Jesus reveals himself as God when he does what is impossible. And he cures the one who was covered by leprosy, just as he cures or he heals the soul and takes away the sins of the soul. What is interesting in this is that the man who was a leper, this is how he prayed: "Lord, if you will to do so, if you will, you can cure me. If you want, you can cure me." There are two parts to that. First, he was saying, "Well, I know you can do it, but if you're, because I know you're God, I know you're powerful." So that's one. You have faith that God can do something. God can help you. But second, the thing is, if you will to do so, you can cure me. No, it's not just you can cure leprosy, but you can cure me. Sometimes we think God can perform miracles, but he will perform that. He will cure other people except me. Yeah? It's to believe that God can do something for me. That's why we hear miracles happening, healings happening to other people, and we think, yeah, that's good. But when it comes to us, will he do the same for me? So that's a different level of faith. First is God can cure. The second one is, will he cure me? So to have faith means God can do it. And second, he knows me, that he sees me. But there's also a third part of that prayer, is that if you choose to do so, if that's your will, my will is that he will heal me, but if your will is that I don't get healed, then so be it. No, there's this recognition that still the last say belongs to Jesus, not to me. So that's a very humble prayer to say, well, of course I believe God can do it, and he can do it to me, but the most important part is, will he do it? Is that his will? No? There's a prayer, I think it was in one of the novenas to the Sacred Heart, that said, if it is not your will that my life would be longer, or if even if I wish that a day would be added to my lifetime, but if it's not your will, then I wouldn't want it. No? Because that is the more important thing, is to do the will of God, no? to abide by the will of God. So this is a very profound prayer of this leper. And let us ask the Lord that he will have us. He will form and mold us so that our prayer will be like his. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bites. God bless you. Have a nice day.